cut.
Yo, in the cut. We're back with my friends Carlos and Al.
Hiya.
And last segment, Carlos brought up a good point. And now we're gonna be discussing who are the top 5 point guards right now for this at this point in the season. Who are your top 5s? So, we gotta bring up Russell.
Are we doing this from 5 to 1 or from 1 to 5?
You already brought Russell, so
we're
might
1 to
as well
5.
1 to 5. We'll go 1 to 5.
It's unanimous. Russ is the best point guard in the league.
He is the best point guard in the league.
I think James Harden. It's my opinion, but
Would you consider him a point guard though?
I mean, right now he's playing the point guard.
Shooting guard, but
He's first in the league in assists.
Well, I don't know. I feel like they're just titles that fans use. Like the players themselves on the court, they don't care if you're a point guard, shooting guard.
That's true. But
They're just guards or forwards and they're centers.
So is James Harden a point guard? That's the question.
Plays like a point guard, but yeah, I guess he is.
I guess this season you can say he's a point guard.
All right. So I consider James Harden number 1. That's my number 1.
I got Russell Westbrook at number 1.
I got Russell at number 1. I'd put Harden at number 2 though.
I would too. I think Russell has less to work with, which makes it difficult for him to get some of his stats up. Sure, it's easier for him to get points since the rest of the team can't score, but it's pretty hard to get assists when everybody on your team's garbage.
I think they have comparable teams though.
I think James Harden's team is way better.
James Harden's team is very.
I don't think James Harden's team. I agree that James Harden's team is better, but I don't think it's that much better.
Let's see. Who do we have on Russell's teams? We have Oladipo.
Cantor.
All right, you compare.
Enes
All right,
Kanter.
let's compare them one by one. All right, you got James Harden's number 2 and Eric Gordon versus Oladipo. Russell's number 2.
Eric Gordon is
who got the advantage
better
there
this season.
All right, you
Eric
got
Gordon's having a phenomenal year.
All right, you got Eric Gordon at the advantage there.
I think Oladipo's not. He's having a good season,
He's
alright.
basically doing what he was in Orlando,
which is all right.
which was okay. Like oftentimes,
So you're taking Gordon over
I'll take Gordon over
Oladipo
Oladipo
this year? Yeah, I would
this
too.
year.
That's I agree with that because Eric Gordon's one of my favorite players.
Who's
He's
playing
his
the third
8th
position?
favorite player.
So that one of my favorite players. He's like number 7. Anyway. All right, so you look at their bigs. Who's better at
Let's look at their
Steven
small
Adams?
forwards.
Oh, go ahead. Small forwards.
Ariza versus I don't
Exactly.
even know. Roberson.
Jerry and Grant.
I'll take Ariza.
Is it Roberson?
Yeah, Roberson.
Give me Ariza.
All right,
Yeah.
then you got
Ariza
their.
can shoot.
They compare
Roberson's
the
one of
bigs.
the worst free throw shooters in the league.
That's true. But I'll compare Roberson to Bradley. I mean Beverly, because
Patrick Beverly.
they're both defensive
The
stoppers.
one's
for
a
their team.
backup point guard, and the other one's their starting small forward. So that gives an even
I mean,
bigger advantage.
I also think Patrick's a better 3-point shooter than Roberson.
That's very true.
I don't think I've ever seen Roberson score more than 10 in his life.
I don't think Roberson's good. I just don't think he's good, honestly.
Oh, well.
Then you compare their bigs. You got Capella versus Steven Adams. Who you got there?
Steven Adams.
Yeah, I'll take Adams.
But Capella is
good. He's
good.
serviceable. He's a
it's
serviceable
not
big
a
man.
knock on Capella. Steven Adams
He's
is
a
just
talented.
better.
Yeah, he's a talented player.
They're both very talented, though, I will say.
And who are their forwards?
We
I
have an
think
injured Enes Kanter.
no. The 4 for the Thunder is Sabonis,
Sabonis.
and then
Very
the 4
talented.
for the Rockets,
Ryan Anderson.
Ryan Anderson. Yeah, you're right, actually.
And how's he doing this year?
Ryan
Anderson's like-
I think he got hurt actually,
Oh.
He's been on and off.
but he's been pretty good. They do have. Actually, I'll just wait till we get to the bench. But
And who has the deeper bench? The
it's
Rockets, by
the Rockets
far.
definitely have a deeper
All right,
bench.
yeah, I didn't think that too when I said that.
The Rockets
are
have
definitely a better
Montrezl
team.
Harrell off the bench.
That's true.
They still have
They-
Brewer.
They?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Mr. 51
Corey Brewer.
51 just running.
dropped 51 on the Timberwolves. They got Patrick Beverly off the bench. Eric Gordon obviously off the bench. Nene. Let's not
Wait,
forget
Eric
about
Gordon's
him.
coming off the bench?
Yeah.
So who do they have starting at the 2?
Well, it's Patrick at the 1. He guards the 1.
He guards
and
the
then
1 and
James
James
guards the
Harden.
2.
Okay.
But James
Plays the one on offense.
plays the facilitator role. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Thunder bench, I can't.
I can't name 3 people. yeah.
Abrinas. Cantor.
I didn't think
Cameron
that one
Payne.
Kanter's
through
injured.
in the
Kanter's
slightest.
not even playing.
What's that other guy's name?
He broke his hand punching a
They
bench.
do they still have Kyle Singler?
No, he's on the Pistons, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think so.
Isn't that where he came from?
I don't know.
Oh no, you might be right, Carlos. I don't ever know.
I don't know.
He's so trash.
He was
he garbage.
the
Who
worst
cares
player
if they
last
have him?
season.
Statistically worst player of all time. Numbers wise.
All right, so 1 and 2 are Harden and Westbrook.
All right, so who you got number 3? I'm thinking.
Stats real
You're
quick.
thinking what?
I'm thinking Isaiah.
Isaiah Thomas? That
I want to say John Wall, to be honest with you.
Because you look at Isaiah's numbers right now, he's averaging 30 points, 6 assists,
But on how
and
many
he's
shots,
the best
though?
fourth quarter player.
Like, you can
Shooting-
have 30, that's fine, but if you're like Russell, where you kind of have to take all the shots,
shooting 47% from the field.
That the
How
thing
many
is
field
though,
goals?
Russell's taking all these shots and he's losing. Isaiah Thomas is taking all these shots, making most of them in the fourth quarter, and winning most of these games.
He's attempting almost 20.
Almost 20?
Erratic Westbrook is.
Yeah.
also true.
Isaiah Thomas is attempting 20, making 9 of them.
So he's 9 for 20, which is like a 45 free throw percentage.
I have to go with John
shooting
Wall.
percentage. John Wall number 3.
John Wall.
How he's been playing lately in the past, like, 15 games?
The past 15 games, you could say John Wall was more
been
productive
over
than Isaiah
Isaiah
Thomas. But I'm not talking about 15 games though. I'm talking about,
Talking about whole
season,
the whole
yeah.
season.
Yeah.
John Wall's averaging 22 and 10,
Well, it's not like Isaiah Thomas came out the first game and dropped 35.
but Isaiah Thomas was putting up numbers
No,
since
he
day
was,
one.
yeah. But I'm saying as a point guard, comparatively to what Isaiah Thomas is doing with his team, it's like another Thunder and Rockets situation.
Well, to me,
The Celtics have a much better team than the Wizards, because realistically, who do the Wizards have outside of
Bradley
John Wall
Beal,
and Bradley Beal? Isaiah Thomas has Avery Bradley. He's got
He's a defender.
Jay Crowder. He's got Al Horford. He's got Olynyk. He's got a really good bench. Wizards literally are a two-man team.
The thing that really impresses me about Isaiah Thomas is this is the guy that was the last pick in the draft that Kyrie was taken number 1.
Mhm.
And not to take anything away from Kyrie, he's a good scorer. He's all right. He's a star. He's not a superstar. He's a
He's
star. And Isaiah is just that much better than him. And this guy's what 5'9", getting game winners on everyone. It's
5'9", 180.
the
That man
number
is
2 seed in the East, which is basically like aside from the Cavs, which are a ridiculously talented team, the best team in the East besides them. I don't know. I think Isaiah Thomas. I think I take Isaiah Thomas over John Wall at the moment.
I feel like Isaiah Thomas, this year at least, is leading his team more efficiently than John Wall is.
John Wall shoot? Or is he like Rondo? He's an athletic version of Rondo.
John Wall's got a shot.
I mean, last year his jump shot was a
He's got a
lot
shot.
more efficient.
This thing says
Jump shot has improved a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
I think it's like a B plus in 2K.
Ah,
You know when you press up on the D.
I mean,
and it's
last
B
year-
minus inside.
Last year he was
B
shooting
plus.
36. This year he's shooting 31.
I'll tell you what
Oh.
though,
It dropped.
I would
from
probably
the perimeter?
Yeah, from 3.
Isaiah Thomas,
He's probably even
as good as he is in real life, I hate him in 2K.
Who?
Isaiah Thomas, he's probably one of the worst players to use in 2K,
I probably get
only
blocked by
because he's 5'9". I can use Kyle Lowry.
everyone. Is Kyle Lowry top 10 right now? Well, let's finish the top
Yeah,
5.
Let's finish top 5. So
4 would be Isaiah Thomas for me, since I already
I
put
got
Wall at
4
3.
John Wall for me, maybe.
I got 4 John Wall.
All right.
Who's
Steph
number
Curry?
5?
Where's Steph? Why is Steph Curry? Is Steph Curry losing credit because his team's so good?
I mean, Steph Curry's numbers are not as good as any of those other guys. But that's
Because-
partially because his team is better than
Yeah, it's 'cause
than
he
a
has
lot of those other
KD.
guys' teams. But
I don't know who I put 5.
I don't know who's my 5th. I guess Steph Curry?
I'm taking Steph over Kyrie.
Yeah, because Steph actually
I don't.
could average over 5 assists.
Yeah,
He's not a point.
I don't think Kyrie's. I think he's a good scorer. I think he's a flashy player. I don't think he's a point guard.
Like, you look at the other guys on the list compared to Kyrie. Kyrie's the only one that hasn't averaged over 6 assists in his career.
And he never will.
Like, Kyrie is not even with a whack team. He when he had the
Before he had
ball
LeBron.
when he had the ball at every play, he still wasn't averaging over 6.
And he had Deion Waiters who loves to shoot.
That's my guy, yo. I love that.
I'm
man.
not a big Deion Waiters fan.
That's my 6th favorite player right there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why would you like Deion Waiters over the 7th favorite player, Eric Gordon?
It's 8th. We don't know who the
7th.
7th is.
He
It's
said
yet to be
7th.
determined.
7.
Oh,
I like
7.
Eric
No.
Gordon because I always like 6'3" shooting guards. Ever since
Specifically?
yeah,
With or without shoes, 6'3".
I don't know. Like why you gotta be so specific?
Because Dwight Howard's 6'8" without shoes.
Oh my goodness.
How tall are his shoes? 4 inches.
Basically, he's like 6'11".
like 6'3", 6'4" shooting guards like D Wade, Eric Gordon.
D-Wade's
Waiters.
number one favorite.
Yeah, that's my guy. AI's in there.
AI
But
is
he's
the
6
top
foot.
3 favorite player of mine.
He's 6 foot, but he's the only one that breaks that mold. And Melo too. But
All right, so top 5.
All right, so-
Either Harden, Westbrook, in 1 and 2,
Mhm.
and then a Wall and Isaiah Thomas 3 and 4,
Mm-hmm. 5.
and then
I'd
5
5?
Steph.
have to say Steph. Yeah.
Steph, yeah. As just
I
pure
would
talent
say-
wise, I'd put Steph up there at number 5.
I would say Chris Paul, but he's been injured a lot of the season. He's usually a top 5 guy for me, only because of what he does
As a leader, as a
as a
floor
leader,
general.
as a facilitator.
Yeah.
He has it all.
Always up there in assists per game.
What do you think about like
And then he spits
how
it.
these point guards and their relationship with the rest of their team matters? How that influences how good they are as a point guard.
I mean, most
If
teams
they know how to get their big men enthused and know how to get them into the game, does that influence where you'd rank them, even though it's not a skill per se?
I mean, yeah, most teams are predicated on the success of their point guard, whether or not it's passing up a shot to a guy that to get him going, or like giving up a fast break layup to someone else so he can get his shot, so he can get his confidence up, and ultimately winning the game.
But I'm talking about intangibles, even off the court, things that you don't see, things in the locker room, things you might hear.
You gotta think about it. You gotta look at Rondo. Rondo's a perfect example.
Oh, he's crazy talented.
Yeah, like Will said, Rondo is an example of a point guard who's kind of cancerous to a team.
Yeah,
When he doesn't have respect for a
He does it with
team,
the stats.
he brings the team down, and he's he's a
He's a selfish
Selfless.
Yeah, he's selfish, selfless player. He gets assists for himself, not for his team.
You know what the crazy thing is though? Like when he
Liked his team.
I guess when he likes his team, he like
He's a top 5 point guard.
basically.
yeah.
Because there's stories of him, like there's stories of like how much basketball he watches, how much he studies, things like that.
Well, the man was playing up against the Cavs with a
This
broken
story,
arm in the playoffs.
He was on the
Uh,
when he was on the Kings. There was a story of him watching film from a previous game at like 4 a.m. And Omri Caspi got a text from him, and it basically was like an attachment of the video of a play like that. I guess he like missed a pass on him, and Rondo literally texted him 4 a.m. says, "My bad on this, man. I'll get you next time." 4
Really?
a.m.
See, that's
like-
that's a good thing from a point guard, and it's a shame that his
That's not the late night text you want.
but the thing about Rondo is last
your point
year,
guard it is. If your point guard is texting you anything at 4 a.m, that's what you'd want him to text you.
the thing about Rondo is, while he was top 5 in assists last year, he wasn't up there in passes.
Like
Like,
he's only passing when he's about to get the assist.
yeah, he
He
only
doesn't want the pass to assist grade. He wants to pass the assist
And-
grade.
and that's why I don't really like Rondo as a point guard. It's not just the off court issues. It's the fact
Do you
that
like him on your team at all?
nah, because he doesn't initiate ball movement like other point guards do. You can get
On the
assists.
court, I like him. On the court, I'm a complete fan of him, and there's even no matter what the reason for his assist is, the fact that he's getting them, it worked on the Celtics.
But he had other ball handlers on
Like
that
Rondo
team.
without the headband.
He had Paul Pierce who sometimes handled the ball. He had Ray Allen early on who still handled the ball. That offense was based on movement and passing. That's why Rondo needs to be on an offense based on movement and passing.
Such as the Spurs.
Like the Spurs.
Oof.
That'd be amazing.
The thing
in
is
my
though,
opinion.
I think of any like 90% of
Rondo
NBA
with
players
Kawhi?
would be very, very successful in the Spurs. Like if you think about it, if you put Josh Smith, he's in China now, but if you put him on the Spurs,
Yeah.
Pop would find something for him to do. You put
But the thing about Pop is he doesn't go for the player who you're like. He doesn't go for the really expensive contract player who's like, yeah, he'd be great here. He goes for the player who everybody's like, what the heck? Like if he went for a guy like what's the shooting Fournier would probably be a top 5 shooting guard
he was
on the Spurs. Yeah,
basically.
not just because it's Pop. He's international. It makes him even better.
Dead man.
Dwayne
Yeah,
Dedman.
Dwayne
You see his
Dedman.
contract?
Yeah.
He makes like $2 million a year.
What are you Magic doing, man?
I'll tell
You
you,
guys have a
I'll tell you about my
starting
Knicks
five
though.
big men.
We about to trade Rose for Rubio straight up.
I heard Rose
You
might be
heard
on the
me?
move though. I heard Rose.
Yeah, he might go to
I got Ben upset.
I think it was Minnesota that was.
Yeah, it was Minnesota and it was another trade. I forgot which one.
Knicks insider. Ben in the studio.
The boy got a 3 team deal. Zine out here. Well, yeah, we got the Knicks, Timberwolves, Detroit Pistons.
It happened?
Yeah, nah.
Rumors.
That was the rumor. Reggie Jackson to New York instead
like
of
that.
Rubio.
I like that a lot.
Word.
Bomb Wash.
I like that. That'd be.
I would love Reggie
Water
Jackson in New
team.
York. He has a New York attitude.
He does, and he looks like Bobby Schmurder, so that fit
Yeah.
even greater. But what do the Knicks need to do? Is Melo gone? Is it Melo's fault? Is it not Melo's
What
fault?
they need to do?
Because the highlight of my life as a Knicks fan is Porzingis winning the skills challenge.
Honestly, the pickups didn't pan out. Derrick Rose didn't play up to his potential.
Noah's garbage.
Noah only had like one good week. The Knicks should focus on building up the young guys, like my guy Willie Hernan-Gomez,
A great player.
talented player. He could really be a force in this league coming up.
Phil Jackson needs to get out of here. I think. I don't like him.
I feel
I
like
think his player is one of those championships.
Porzingis and Hernan-Gomez could really like grow up together and become really good players together.
Twin Towers right there.
And I don't know about Melo, man. Melo sometimes looks like he could be elite, and then sometimes he looks like
An idiot.
he's dragging the team down. He's one of those players where it's like,
So you think
It's
better
so
to get rid of
frustrating.
that?
I don't know.
Groom a new group.
Because
of players?
sometimes Melo would is double teamed and he kicks it and makes an amazing pass.
Sometimes he shoots.
Sometimes he's triple teamed and air balls and you lose the game. Sometimes he misses Porzingis with Dennis Schroeder on him. Mismatch. You're down one. All you have to do is throw it to a 7-footer with a 6-foot guy on him. Bang. But nah, I'm Melo. I want to take bad shots. It's just disappointing.
I'm the Knicks.
Melo's disappointing a lot.
If you're the Knicks,
I'm the Knicks. I'm blowing it all up. Engage.
what do you mean
tank
all
mode.
up? What's getting
Engage
blown up?
tank mode.
I mean, Porzingis is
Anybody
gonna waste-
but Porzingis on the market.
Nah, you
That's a terrible
gotta
idea.
keep Willie. You gotta keep Justin Holiday.
I'd keep
For the right
Ron.
price, you wouldn't get rid of Willie though.
I'd keep Ron.
Nah, I keep Willie. I keep Justin Holiday.
If I gave you
Ron
Ron
Baker.
for Willie, you
I
tell me
like
you
how
keep
I like
Willie?
how Jennings is playing.
But that's not a trade
It's
that's gonna
obviously
happen.
not reasonable, but I'm saying you have to see on the market what their value is.
But LeBron's not gonna get traded for Willie.
I'm not saying he is. But I'm saying
You said LeBron for Willie. You said that 5
I
seconds
said I'm
really-
not getting rid of Willie.
All right, but I wouldn't either. He's
I wouldn't.
young, and what do you think is gonna convince you to get rid? Like, what do you think is a reasonable offer that you'd get rid of him for?
For Melo?
No, for
Or
Willie.
For Willie? I mean, I haven't really seen him play, to be honest with you, but what is he, a rookie, right?
Yes.
Probably get a nice veteran to kind of... I don't even know, to be honest with you. Let me think. I'll go back to you on that.
All right, so that'll do it for this edition in the cut. I'm Rob Jiggity.
Relationship goals next.
That's
First
Carlos Hoyos. That's Al Horvath. We're in the cut. Yeah.